It's certainly a spiritual, personal growth, which can include incense, orgies, and deviant sex. Certainly, yes.
True. However, when someone approaches us saying, I've heard you do deviant sex and orgies and I'd like some, how much? What do we generally say to them?
Go to a swingers club.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tantra is not sex on demand. And it's not, you don't come to us with a menu saying, we would like to try this sex. And we go, oh, sure, no, please come in. It's not like that. No, not at all. I burn incense. I've had orgies. And deviant sex, well, that's somebody else's definition. I don't know anymore quite what deviant sex, what do you mean by deviant sex? What do you mean by deviant sex?
Maybe he means dirty sex.
What, like in mud?
No, like, Woody Allen said, is sex dirty? Oh, you know the answer?
No. Oh, only, I can't quite remember, tell me.
Only if it's done right.
Yes. Okay. So an example of a very simple practical exercise is a sense exercise where you sit with various objects, and you can do this with a partner, you can do it blindfolded or eyes closed, and they can move a feather across your skin, or something hot or something cold, and then you smell something, and then you hear some bells. You can use your sight as well. So you bring all your senses into it and you see how deeply you can just open your senses to what's going on in that moment. Because ultimately, if you want to feel more bliss, you have to be able to feel more. We've got a lot of armoring, we've had a lot of no to life, there's been a lot of things we don't like, and we're like, no. So then we can't feel the yummy either. So slowly you start going, okay, I want to feel more again. And you start with subtle feeling, subtle touch. And as you say yes to that, to the subtle, it's learning to say yes to whatever going on in the moment. Even to the sadness that might arise. Some tears arise in the lovemaking, let the tears come. Laughter comes. Some animal wildness, some strangeness. Whatever's going on, because we've pushed down so much. So whatever wants to arise in the lovemaking, let it arise. However weird or strange or beautiful it might look, let it come. And underneath that is what's natural and what's real. But we kind of have to go through the layers. And at the same time de-armor the body by letting ourselves feel and touch and smell again. Hear again, see again.
What am I? What is this? The stuff that Eckhart Tolle talks about, that doesn't give much of a hint of how to get there. Tantra is all about the method of how to get to those. And they cost a lot. It's not a cheap path in terms of, your own energy, what you have to bring to it. The spiritual path isn't, anyway, gentle or easy. Any aspect of it, any path. Tantra just embraces that and says, okay, it's tough as all hell. And all hell's just part of it. And we need to crash on through, and you could say our basic principle is the way through an issue, a problem, an obstacle in your mind, an obstacle in your living, is straight through the middle of that. Not in avoidance, not in reframing, trying to take a different view on something. No. If you feel depressed, miserable with the woman you're with, and you feel no desire for her, Tantra's not going to say, okay, here's a way to fuel up some desire, and here's a way to get attracted to her again. No. We're going to say, go deep in that feeling. Go deep in that rejection you're feeling. Go deep into that. What is that for you? Going through what you feel and starting where you are. Don't care what state you find yourself in. That's where you are. You can't move from some other condition than the condition you're in. And so we'll always be saying to someone, the thing you want to avoid, the thing you want help with, that's the thing to give into generally. That's the thing you feel rough about. Let's get into how rough is this. Let's have these rough feelings all the way through. So in terms of helping people on the path, or helping seekers, where we have some very strong technique, and what we really like to teach is we teach techniques for coping with these hard emotions. The path's rough, it's horrible. What your ideas are of love, however they are, even if they're right, because they're just your ideas, you're going to have to go past them. That will be painful. So a lot of our technique is around how to face, go through, not how to avoid, but how to face and move through large amounts of pain. How to move with a large degree of loneliness, because nobody's going to understand what you're doing. How to keep moving as a powerful seeker, pursuing whatever it is you're pursuing, keeping on that path in the trust of this goes somewhere, and how to keep that going without becoming trapped or managing to avoid it in some way.
Well, I think it's been about 9 years of not constantly with monogamy, but 9 years of it being in my awareness. And what I came to realize recently in terms of why monogamy sticks so strongly is because as a woman, every aspect of your survival is related to your partner. Financial, emotional, being seen in the world. This is my partner, my husband, this is what takes me into the world. This is how I'm seen. And then on a financial level, survival level, which is very, very old. That's thousands of years. It's your survival is connected to the man in your life. So what I noticed was that it's actually what one could call a very, very deep groove. And you're going on in your life and connecting with someone in a monogamous way, and you go into a deep groove. And when I say groove, I mean something that's been lived by millions and millions and millions of people over a very long time. So it's a well-trod path. And once you step it, you're going that way. There's no side roads. You're monogamous. So it grips you. And then, of course, all the Hollywood, these fairy tale endings, where there's just these two people and you're the one, it's nothing more beautiful than this man, this woman, and I found you at last. Well, the school was founded about 5 years ago, and it's formed of several teachers, what we would call dakinis. Dakini is a woman in the school who's teaching Tantra. And the person who founded the school was Shima and Rahasya, who's our teacher, our guru, and has guided us to this place where we can now teach. So that's what makes up the school, the people of the school. And what we're doing in the school, we offer sessions to people where we meet with someone privately, one-on-one, see where they are on their journey, and see what we can offer to help them in the next step of their awareness. What are you resisting? Where are you refusing your juice in your life? Where are you refusing your energy, your sexual energy, your living energy? So we look very closely at this person and meet them in our totality. So whatever is required in a session, we go there. We meet them with that and assist them to their next step.